I'd always pictured myself being a dad. Ever since I was a little kid, I just loved the idea of being a dad, partly because I think I loved my dad so much and I wanted to be just like him. My parents had me when they were in the early 20s, and that's how I pictured life working out. That I'd get married young and have kids right away. But then 30 came, 35 came, 40 arrived, and never got married, no kids. And you just start to kind of decide that, you know what, I didn't want it. I didn't want that anyway. I'm okay. My wife and I, we got married this past January, and I had met her like 2 days after my 40th birthday. And I met Hudson a couple months later. He and I just became fast friends. And I so just fell in love with the dynamic between my wife and he. They were thick as thieves. It was just the two of them for so long, and they welcomed me into that. I got to be a guest, a front row seat to that beautiful relationship. And so it was very important to me to make sure that nothing ever drove a wedge between them with my arrival. I had seen some people close to me enter into relationships where there's adult kids, that the kids are kind of pushed aside for a bit. So no, I didn't want that, and neither did my wife. And quite frankly, the fact that if it did happen, she'd kick me to the curb, that just made her so attractive, because the strength, the wisdom, the fierceness of a mother taking care of her children, that's a pretty attractive thing. I was really attracted to that. I remember on my 40th birthday, just being like, whatever. It was one of those numbers that when it arrived, it impacted me a lot because the typical route just didn't work out for me. And I had always pictured it. But then to think that 4 days later, I would meet my wife-to-be, who would have a wonderful son, who would become my stepson. And now here I am, 42, and I have a family. My next 40 years will look so different than the first 40 because I get to be a part of this beautiful, dynamic relationship. I am in it. What a testament to God's plan that we have no idea how things are going to work out. I can plan all I want, but it's not going to happen the way I have planned. But oftentimes it's even better than you could imagine. So yesterday I was celebrated on Father's Day for the first time in my life. And I never thought that would actually happen. And it did. It wasn't how I thought it would happen. It wasn't what I had planned. Maybe things don't arrive late. Maybe they just arrive differently. And this year, fatherhood finally found me. A bit differently, but it found me.